What's going on, everybody? 7 o'clock, part of the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference going down Labor Day weekend. Welcome back to another episode, the first episode of 2023, Fantasy Football Safe Space. I'm accompanied with my brother from another mother, Brother Fox. How you doing?
Hey, always blessed, brother.
All right. The king of the South. He's no longer the warden, the king of the South. He cleaned up, got a few titles added to his name.
Hey,
Fantasy Football Big Guy. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? You know, always blessed and highly favored, fam. Hey, much love, man. Good to see y'all.
I hear it. Hey, it's the same trio, but it's a new network. The same vibes. Fantasy is life. We got Shot Callers. We're a part of the Shot Caller brand. Who else is none other than Ben Dunner, the number one stunner? We got him. I don't know what he's leading the mock draft. How are you doing?
I mean, you know, I just press one button and then maybe another buttons, but it's your show, you know. I'm just here to help entertain and you know, be a handsome fella. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
I love the drops. Without further ado, let's get into the mock draft.
All right, let me
do it.
share the screen real quick.
Oh, wait, before we start, Brother Fox, how can the good folks take care of us?
Hey, as always, y'all can give us that HBO special. It's that Help a Brother Out special. So hit that like button, subscribe. It goes a long way, and we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Now we're ready for the draft.
Now let's get it.
Now
let's get it.
Are ready.
Got to shake that rust.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I love it.
All right, so here we go. We got Upper Hand Falcons as the 101. One QB, only 2 bench spots, no defense, no kicker, because you ain't drafting them before the 9th round. I mean, if you're listening to anything that we're saying. So let's kick this off.
Where does Upper Hand take it?
Ooh. Little J Jeff.
The
Love
JJ.
it.
Let's see what they're gonna do, man. I know we all proud of this first quick rest of the year, so I'm definitely ready. Brother Fox, you number 3, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. 7, I try to get up there close to you. You move.
Yeah, I ain't like you that close to me, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna snipe you, dog. on the pan.
I needed a safe space.
Don't we
Bars.
all? Eckler.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
I can't trust Taylor. I'm sorry.
Hey, I feel like that was
yes.
a no-brainer.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yes, this is redraft, Kyle. Hey, shout out to the Fantasy Football Network. Appreciate you joining us.
We do definitely.
Ooh, here he is.
Hey, quick to
What's up,
it.
Guccini?
Come on. Hey, what up, Guccini, baby?
All my mamas.
On my mama. Oak Park in the building. On my mama.
What's up, big dog? Man, they've been quick on Robinson, man.
What y'all sipping on in the chat? Let us know.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Guccini, I can get.
Because it ain't a safe space without a good drink, fellas.
I'm gonna try something new this draft. I can't draft like I've been drafted.
Ooh, Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Let me see.
That's good. Ground zero auto picked, but he was going to take Christian McCaffrey anyways, so good.
Okay.
Not mad at it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Thought you was gonna take Jimmy G.
I was, but I
So-
said, hey, I think he'll fall.
Like I didn't do in Vegas, I'm going to reach on this guy because you got to get him in the first round.
Ooh.
Right. I feel you.
Hey, there was a reach last year, not this year though.
Let's see what we got. I'm not digging Dalvin Cook at 8. I think that's bogus.
Dalvin Cook should be in the 20s.
I think so.
I agree.
Cooks fell off. I mean,
Look at that. Kyle drafting a tight end. He's going to draft probably 4 of them.
Kelsey's like a receiving tight end though. You know, it's not.
Oh yeah.
It ain't the same.
That's true. You got to watch Kyle. I think I know what he's going to try to do. 7, I don't know.
Ooh.
7, you might have to take one for the team. You might have to go Pat Mahomes, second round, so Kyle don't get the start.
It looks like Guccini's sipping on a little bit of a fancy Tom Collins.
Oh, come on, dude.
Uh-oh.
Kyle is I'm
He's
nothing
in a
if not
bad
predictable. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
I like the
spicy.
back to back. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Getting a little spicy now. I like it.
Little receiver run going on right now.
Definitely.
Everybody learned from last year. You know,
Yeah.
you didn't have
Yeah.
you didn't have the
for
top end receivers. You lost.
That's
Yeah.
how I
Like,
learned.
it is what it is.
real. See ya.
I'm thinking the same thing. That's what I was trying to see. I mean, on other mocks I've seen, you see all receivers going. Just not trying to copy anybody. You just see last year. It definitely was it was big.
So let me see if I can go back down, take a look. So we got Tyreek, Diggs. Amber went Diggs, AJ Brown. I went Tyreek Adams. Kyle went, of course, the guy from the Cowboy fan took CD Lamb. I'm not mad at this stack. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Najee. That's a problem. Where's Big Guy going with this one?
That's kind of tough, man. I gotta go with A. I'm going with Patty, man.
Whoa.
It's a little early.
Oh.
Little early, but I'd
Wow.
rather go with him. I'd rather go with him. I can go with Waddle, man. I couldn't go with Waddle yet.
Yeah.
If I had to go, I would have went with Hill, obviously, but he was already took. You took him.
Looking at this, looking at these rankings, there's no way Dalvin Cook should be 8.
No.
And I think this mock is proving that.
Right.
We might have some content on our hands. Shot caller.
Cook.
Come on.
Let's go.
I couldn't take Cook as well.
Ooh, another one.
That was an auto draft, though. He wouldn't have gone.
It was
there.
auto. I think
okay.
JT probably maybe didn't know it was 30 seconds. So that would probably make sense.
Yeah,
But
I had mine ticking down, so I had to make a split-second pick. I was like, yo, I can't go Cook. Not going Nick Chubb. Not in the second, not yet.
Hey.
And speaking of split seconds, it only takes you a split second to hit that like and hit that subscribe. So what are you waiting for? Smash that itch.
Absolutely.
I'm not mad at Nick Chubb on turn.
Oh,
On the turn, maybe, yeah. Kind of in the mid where I was. I mean, I was kind of in no man's land.
He could go mixing right here and have a pretty solid squad. I'm curious what upper hand's gonna go.
Are you trolling with Mixon? Because we all know Mixon about to be suspended, bro.
You think
Right.
so?
oh, he went
Mixon 100%, bro. Hey,
Come on.
He gonna regret that when he gets 6 games.
They said that about Alvin Kamara. He played a full season last year.
True.
Yeah.
True. You're right.
I mean, if you call that him playing, yeah, sure.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, burn me.
Is Chris Olave the only Saint that we trust?
That's tough.
Yeah. And
Oh,
even then.
Come on, dude.
Oh,
Oh, I was curious
Ooh.
where he was gonna go.
damn
was too.
it.
Hey, Dalvin Cook still on the board.
Yeah. I was looking at that too. I was like, Cook's still on the board.
I had Dalvin in 2 leagues last year. He burned me, bro.
Hey,
He
I think
burned me
everybody
bad.
is afraid of him.
So, I mean, with Brother Fox, with your pick, man, T. Higgins, like, what do we make of him? He's never finished a season. He's the wide receiver 2 on that team, but he's going in the 3rd round. I mean, like, is there something to be said about like his draft capital, and is it too high?
My thoughts on T. Higgins are this: when it comes this year, it's a make or break. It's not really like he showcased his talents through these first few years, but we all know they're gonna have to re-sign Chase. They're gonna have to re-sign Burrow. Like, and the Bengals organization has been notoriously cheap throughout their entirety. the chances of them being able to re-sign Chase at that high marker as well as Higgins at that high marker is very, very unlikely. So this man is going to, I feel like he's going to show out this year so that he can either get traded or, when he hits the market, that he can actually get out there and make that money.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great point, is because you got it in fantasy football, you really got to look at all these contract players, because contract players like Josh Jacobs last year, they want to get the bag. And a lot of players get the bag and then kind of fade off. Mike Williams is a big example of that.
True.
We hammered the nail last year for Jalen Hurts. All three of us said, hey, it was a make or break year for him. It was either they were going to replace him with one of these first round draft picks, or he was going to get that bag. And hey, he showed out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's a great pick by Kyle. Ramondre Stevenson is a big winner of the NFL draft by them not drafting another running back and letting Damian Harris go. And actually having an OC now, not a defensive coordinator as their OC.
Right. I like Ramondre. I was hoping that he was going to slide, but I mean, you know how it goes.
Now, Walker's fantasy numbers got hurt by the draft for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I mean,
that's why I was we text that when we was talking. I was like, stock going down. I think he's, if anybody drafts him, at least like some people been getting him in the second round. I was like, no, not my man from UCLA was bad.
Oh, good pick, Sev.
Thank you.
Yeah, seven, you killing over there. You went all wild. That's what I'm talking about.
I never have the cojones to go zero RB strategy. So I'm trying to live a little on the edge and try something different.
See, I'm doing the same thing, and that's what I was like. They were showing that you can kind of draft wide receivers later. Not wide receivers, but running backs later. So I kind of want to see. But,
no, definitely. I want to see what the team looks like, what the roster looks like. So
right. Let me see. Try it myself. Got some long in the tooth guys, but that's your saying though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to bite.
There it is. Hey, Joseph. No, I'm not mad at the Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard as your flex with Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
he's gonna find some receivers later on. I'm not mad at the traditional triple running back.
What do y'all think about Swift?
I don't trust either one of them.
No, I don't.
No, I mean he's more injury prone than Miles Sanders, and Jalen Hurts garnishes about 6 touchdowns a year from the running backs.
Yeah, true.
Or we could all be wrong, and he finishes at the RB5 next year.
Hey, you never know. I think Robinson is going to be up there. I think it's going to be kind of like a Saquon first year for him. I think he's going to be up there. Still curious about Kyle Pitts. That was another that I was curious about. Kyle Pitts. I still just don't trade him. He done burn a lot of people a couple years. I know he didn't have a quarterback, but my goodness. It would be very hard to draft him for me.
Right. Maybe it's this is just me, but I kind of have the mindset that Swift is going to have the Kareem Hunt role that Kareem Hunt has had over the last 2 or 3 seasons in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And I think Penny is going to have that Nick Chubb role. And one of them will take over the whole – whoever gets hurt first will eventually become the lead back because they're both going to get hurt.
My thoughts exactly.
And then with who was just drafted, Javonte Williams, 5th round for only playing, 8 games in the fantasy season.
Yeah.
Like DeAndre Hopkins, who is a proven wide receiver that's just suspended, not off injury, was going in the 7, 8, 9 round last year.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's kind of tough.
It is tough. I don't even know who's going to throw the ball. Is it Colt McCoy the backup?
I think right now it is Colt McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Hopkins' point per game was still a top 10 receiver when healthy and when not suspended. It all depends on that offense for Williams and how healthy he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Aaron Jones, I thought about taking in the third round. Surprisingly, goes 5.3. That might be the steal of the draft.
I'll just take that.
Oh, big guy, you sniped the shit out of me.
I was thinking about him. Did it take? Did I freeze?
Let's see.
The screen froze, but the
Okay. It's all good. My screen froze up.
the actual draft itself froze.
Okay, it's all
I
good.
think he's bringing it back up.
We all good.
What are you guys' thoughts on tight ends?
I was going to ask y'all that. What do y'all think about? And I know you got Andrews, but what do you think about his value when you got OBJ and you got
I don't know what happened. Like literally every like I had just shit the bed. Every single piece.
Who do you guys like between Akers, Connor, and Kamara?
Akers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I would have to say Akers. Let me see.
Is it on me? Oh no, it's on Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Cooper still available. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's still some meat on the bone in the 6th round.
There is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right. I'm just taking a look at just like the rankings and who's available right now. Like it's the 6th round, and there's some talent out there. I know we're in a mock, so I don't want to talk over the board. But I'm honestly not mad at the talent that's available right now. Like you're looking at the running backs right now.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, everybody's going wide receiver. I mean, it's just more of a mixture. You know, everybody's going double running back, but those days are gone.
Right. No, I mean, there's still some talented receivers there. I'm not mad at the tight end options right now. Quarterback, I may want to pull the trigger a little bit earlier because I don't really want to go to war with any of these 6th round quarterbacks. So maybe that's something I take from this is that I might want to get my quarterback in the 4th or 5th round.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's best ball and I'm going to stack, Dak or Kyler or Watson or Tua with Cousins or Rodgers or Trey Lance and just play best ball. But if it's not a best ball league, I might want my quarterback a little earlier than the 6th, the way it's shaping out.
I'm about to go with him.
And that's so crazy from the advice that we gave last year when we were telling everyone not to really take your quarterback until the 6th round.
Yeah.
Because there was so much talent available. We're like, hey, there's going to be people who reach on Allen and Mahomes, but you'd be able to get a Jalen Hurts or somebody else of that caliber in the 6th round. But look how much a year makes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Crazy. I'm sure we'll probably go in the 6th round too, drafting a quarterback.
Right. I'm not mad, big guy. I'm not mad.
I was gonna get Akers. We gave you advice. I prematurely gave you some advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so you.
Well, that's what you get for sniping Ben.
Yeah. Ben, he was gonna get Dobb and J.K. But I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I'm really curious. Like I said about the wide receivers when they got Zay Flowers and OBJ and
right.
And then I like to see how Andrews is going. How it's going to play out with him.
Right. DJ in the 6 at the 6.9.
Yeah.
That's all predicated on what he did last year.
Yeah.
So any news about Kamara? Has anybody heard?
Great pick, Randy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brother Fox.
Oh, wow.
That was a good pick.
Right? Like that was a name I like Akers a little bit better, but I mean 6th round for the starting running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right. I can't hate on that.
Okay. You know, like I'm fine with Pacheco as a flex.
Exactly.
Definitely. And I mean, they got Rice, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's gonna be tough.
I mean,
He won't see much tick though until he'll steal some touchdowns in the red zone early, but I think for fantasy purposes, he won't be relevant till midseason.
Oh,
definitely. Now I think Sky Moore and Tony absolutely will.
Oh, definitely. Tony is the one I'm looking. I mean, I'm telling you, Tony is the guy.
If he doesn't get hurt, he's gonna have a great fucking year.
Right.
Tyler Lockett, 7.1. The wide receiver 12 from last year goes 7.1. Is that largely due to not being a big name or a big receiver, or is that due to the rookie they just got from Ohio State?
I mean, he was drafted in like the 10th round last year, and I remember 7. Wasn't he your Mr. Irrelevant in the Vegas?
He was. But look, he finished as the wide receiver 12, and I think he missed a game, if not 2. 7th round. That's great value.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right. I still just don't. I'm glad somebody got Mike Williams because I just don't trust him.
No.
Blue tent
boy. You already know. You already know what I'm on.
All right, so I need a quarterback.
Yeah, that Calvin Ridley pick was fantastic. Like Calvin Ridley has a chance to go off.
Yeah.
Off.
And I really didn't want Mike Evans. I totally messed that up because I was figuring out the whole. I thought aliens were taking over because all the technology just went to shit.
I think that's the stack that's going to win people a lot of leagues. Lawrence Ridley, 2023.
Yeah.
You know, it's cheaper than Pat and Kelsey, cheaper than Burrow and both his receivers, cheaper than Allen and Diggs. You can get your running backs and then pick up Lawrence in the 5th, Ridley in the 6th. I'm fine with him as my wide receiver too. He's not coming off an injury.
It's kind of tough, man. I took Juju, but I could have took Sutton, or you got Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas. I could have took a lot of people, but I don't know, man. I was thinking about Pickens too.
Yeah,
but I said, who knows, man? That's kind of tough. It's kind of a tough.
Alvin Kamara in the 7th.
I said, I kind of don't trust him. I mean, he's suspension, maybe. I think so this year. Obviously, they can't wait another year.
Yeah, this year he's going to get suspended this year.
Yeah, and I mean, in the video, I don't know if anybody's ever saw the video. I haven't, but they say obviously he did it. But I mean, I ain't gonna quit the brother.
Hey.
I ain't gonna convict him anyway.
F. Kyler Murray, he's on my shit list.
Man, you were supposed to beat me that last game of the year.
Bro, he single-handedly knocked me out of 2 leagues, bro. I'm good. I'd fight him in person if I saw him. Fuck him. Man.
He'd probably just run around like a little toddler.
Hey, you can't get me.
I'm playing Call of Duty. You can't get me.
On that 2-point conversion like he did on the Raiders. I'm like, my goodness. We suck. He ran around the whole field 100 yards.
Right.
And then came in. I'm telling you. Let's see, one cat. I'm looking at.
So for this year, I think the rookie wide receiver 1 is because of placement and opportunity is Mr. Tyreek Hill 2.0. Am I crazy? Tell me I'm crazy.
Who's Tyreek Hill 2.0?
Zay Flowers.
You trust Lamar?
That's the whole question with me.
There's not enough balls to go around with that team. Like they paid, you don't pay that much money to Odell, $18 million a year to not get him the football.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time though, he's a 30-year-old veteran coming off a bad ACL tear and hasn't played football in a year and a half. They're not going to use him for more than I'd say 8 or 9 games.
Yeah.
I really don't think that he will have a big fantasy opportunity, and I think it will be centered around the other 3.
Mm.
Uh,
I personally love Jordan Addison.
It's gonna shock some people, but
For me, I
It's gonna
like
be
the
tough.
location. Adam Thielen has produced, top 14 numbers 2 out of the last 3 seasons. Last year he was hurt, and he fills that void. They're not the zone run scheme Vikings that helped propel Dalvin Cook. He won't see double teams because of Justin Jefferson. I like the kid from USC personally as like a dark horse rookie of the year.
Oh yeah. It's kind of tough.
Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. Addison should probably have the best rookie season.
Hey, that's gonna be tough. Well, yeah, what did y'all think about the Detroit's draft?
Love it. Love all of it.
Did
Especially
you?
since
I was kind of
well,
iffy with it. That was good, but
I mean, at first,
it was my top.
yeah. At first, I was not very happy with the Jahmyr Gibbs draft pick, but like after DeAndre Swift was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get up on out of here. I'll see y'all later. Please get me out of here." Then I kind of like it more.
Right.
I'm really weak at running back. I don't know who I want. Like who has the highest upside.
And then
I thought I was going to be able to get Jamal Williams on that turn, but he didn't make it out of the 8th.
right, I'm gonna have to.
If Kamara doesn't play, that's starting running back in a decent offense.
Yeah,
I definitely had to reach for.
I don't know. I don't think Jamal Williams will be starting there. I think it'll be the rookie if Alvin Kamara is not there.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with someone that has a little better draft capital than Dameon Pierce.
Mm.
I like Singletary.
huh?
Yeah, Kendre Miller is. I mean, they're even calling him now the mini Alvin Kamara, which is stupid to say before he's even gotten on the field of an NFL in an NFL stadium. But like, I mean, he's good, and if he didn't get injured this past year, I mean, there's something to be said about him.
Detroit, that whole thing with the suspension, that's really shaking up fantasy some too.
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't know. I like Williams. I like them. Jameson. I like
Wow,
him.
Penny that late? I didn't even realize he was still on the board.
Yeah,
Man.
Obviously, it's not as sexy with Swift there, but I still think like you average 6 yards per carry in Seattle. What is he going to do with the number 1 rated offensive line? Hurts, Smith on the right, AJ Brown on the left, Goddard going up the seam. I really think that Swift is going to be more of a third down, like a hybrid back, and he's going to be the pure rusher. Ben, you want to lead us through these teams? Ooh, maybe not.
Button, and then it was like a baby. It was like, hey.
Right. Hey, 15 minutes. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
15 minutes.
Let's get it.
Beautiful.
So we got upper hand Falcons with the 101 grabbing J Jeff. Sorry, my headphones are in the way here. Second pick, he grabbed Nick Chubb, then Joe Mixon, Kyle Pitts, DJ Moore, Rashad Wright, Tyler Lockett, Aaron Rodgers in the 8th round, and Quentin Johnston, the no hands catching Charger. Thank you, Quentin. You helped all of us go viral to the tune of 450,000 views. So appreciate that. But I mean, I think it's a pretty solid team, especially if Joe Mixon doesn't either get suspended or go to jail or whatever. It's all very murky on what's going on with him. And Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, I mean, it's a pretty good 1-2 punch.
Right.
What do you all think?
I like it. Lots of insurance. If something happens to Jefferson or DJ Moore, you got Tyler Lockett there. If Mixon gets suspended, you got a starting running back in White in Tampa Bay. For 9 rounds, I'm not mad at it. Rodgers, I think, will do well. Hopefully Pitts can be Pitts and not be what he was last year.
Yeah, that was rough last year.
Then we got Ground Zero. Shout out Ground Zero, another member of the Shot Callers. Christian McCaffrey, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Javonte Williams, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Dallas Goddard, the fancy French tees, JSN, and Jared Goff. So, like, you got your running back room is they're all living in a blue tent, and that's okay.
Facts.
They are camping.
Tremendous upside there.
Magna cum laude blue tent, bro. Just my goodness.
I'm telling you, bro.
Ooh.
Man, you salute to him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to hate. It's just so hard with Christian McCaffrey. I know what Christian McCaffrey is, but still, even though he's in San Fran, it's still so hard for me to draft.
Facts.
It's so hard. He's good though. I mean,
I like Breece Hall. He's my favorite to kind of be out of be drafted out of the top 5, but to finish top 5. With Becton coming back, Vera Tucker, the addition of Rodgers, he's not going to see the same defenses, the front 7, front 8 stack box that he saw with the High School Musical quarterback. So I really like Breece Hall, and I think that's a good value to get him personally.
That's gold right there.
Brother Fox, what you got?
Hey, I looked at it like this. Like, Austin Eckler, he's going to be hungry. The Chargers disrespected him, not giving him a good contract offer. He ain't going nowhere because the Chargers got him under contract. So I feel like he's going to go out there and eat this year. Debo, even though he is a former captain of the blue tent, when he is out there, he's amazing. So I feel like adding Christian McCaffrey back there will only open up his options down the field. T. Higgins has been consistent. I feel like this is a make or break year for him in regards to winning that big contract. If he balls out of control, I feel like he's going to be able to pivot his way to another team getting a big ass contract. Herbert, albeit he's shit in the playoffs, he puts up numbers during the regular season. So I feel like for what was left, I feel like he was a quality pickup. Aaron Jones, I guess the wild card is, the quarterback situation there. I still feel like he's going to be productive. Isaiah Pacheco, RB1 in KC, you're going to get some numbers, going to get some opportunity. Waller, I have no effing clue. He was he was blue tent last year. He was absolutely garbage last year. But I picked him just purely off of potential. Now Dalton Kincaid, I feel like if he can get 50% of the snaps that Dawson Knox got, this man could explode onto the fantasy scene next year. And then Courtland Sutton, I'm not gonna lie, I got nervous and I just picked somebody.
Where do I put my hands? Where do I put my hands?
That's like juju for me.
So it's yes, yes, still lives. So back to back, so we got the blue tent boys of the running back room on Ground Zero, and we got the blue tent boys on Brother Fox's team for wide receivers. Just like if those 3 could stay healthy and Courtland Sutton repeats, like getting him in the 9th round, like
I agree.
That's crazy.
That's a Russ can cook. Russ can cook. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. If he could even just plate a salad, that would be nice.
Right.
He ain't even got to cook, just sear it. Just sear it, baby.
Yeah,
That's all we
exactly.
need.
You don't even have to finish it. Don't even
One
finish
minute
it.
Syria. I'll take that. I love that. Rest is Syria.
All right, moving on to Mr. Dynasty. Stevie from Dynasty Life podcast. Go hit that like and subscribe on his stuff too.
Mhm.
He goes hard. My man has gained a lot of traction over the past months, but he earns it.
doubt.
He went pretty much Dynasty here. Bijan, Amon-Ra, Gibbs, and then Hawkinson, Fields, Johnson, Tony, Jordan Addison, and Charbonnet.
It's a young team. It's a
It is.
dynasty team.
Crazy
Yeah.
young team.
It kind of reminds me of what media does every year. Just drafts the up and coming, the smaller guys, which is, it can work.
The Damian Pierces of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey, media, and it works out for him. No lie, I dogged him out a little bit, but no lie, I mean it comes through for him. No lie, I like the team. It's a young team,
Yeah,
but
the only so you got two guys on Detroit, and one is a rookie, the other is a top 10 wide receiver. There's just like a lot of ifs here, drafting the two top running backs from this class. Like, granted, they're supposed to be game changers, and then like Deontay Johnson, is Matt Canada gonna ship him off to Australia, or like what's gonna happen with him with the emergence of George Pickens, and then another rookie in Addison, and then Charbonnet? Like, is that going to be a 1-2 punch? They kind of run the same. I mean, Kenneth Walker is a better pure runner, but obviously they didn't draft Charbonnet in the second round because they thought he wasn't good or couldn't have potential on the team to give him the ball. Like, why waste that draft capital in the second round?
I'm with
Thanks.
you. I'm with you on that. I think they think that Walker might be a blue tent boy. He got hurt. I mean, I remember
It is Seattle.
His picture. Yeah, his picture. I mean, Seattle, they gotta keep the running backs healthy. They had a history of hurt running backs, and I think I remember on his Michigan State picture in the draft, he had tape wrapped around his knee. For the picture at the draft. Obviously, you got to get another guy. I mean, the best picture you can find is tape around your knee. My goodness, I was like,
I'm with Ben though. A second round, that concerns me. You spend that type of draft capital, something's up with Walker.
Back-to-back years, second round running back, right?
Yeah, because Walker was a day two guy, an early day two guy.
All right, moving on to Ric Flair, the Dynasty Don, another shot caller. Jonathan Taylor in the first, Josh Allen in the second. I think that was autoed, and I think Dalvin Cook was as well. But we've got all upside wide receivers here. So you got McLaurin, who is probably the most consistent. Then you got Pittman with, I'm telling y'all,
I can't stand Pittman.
Anthony Richardson is not going to start this season.
No.
People are like putting him in as like a top 5 like quarterback in the NFL, like, or in fantasy, like not for a redraft. So we got Brandon Ayuk. I think his big year will be next year, but it's he could have a good one this year. Mike Williams, I mean, he literally owns every stock of every type of blue tent there is. And then
Blue tarps.
Yeah, blue tarps. I got blue tarps, blue tents, blue massage tables. I got blue guns. If anything blue, I got them. I got blue jersey too.
Blue.
Powder blue.
Powder blue.
Pat
Freiermuth, which is a good value tight end, and then Ezekiel Elliott, I think just best available.
Right.
So I think I don't think this represents JT's mantra, because like the two of his first 3 picks were autoed, but I mean, the potential for that wide receiver core is huge.
Freiermuth might lose some value though, being as they drafted Washington out of Georgia.
Yeah, but I mean, Darnell Washington is like the best run block. Like he's more of a
blocking,
John
yeah.
U. Smith. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, I agree. He'll lose snaps 100%.
for sure.
Because they will probably try to run the ball more, and that's why I like Najee this year, just like I did last year. But whatever. We got B-Man 1523, Cooper Kupp, Waddle, Etienne Swift, Lawrence, Montgomery, Kirk, Jamal Williams, and then Nkonkwo. This is a solid team.
Mhm.
Two top 10 wide receivers. Christian Kirk is the third wide receiver, and then solid, nothing crazy, but solid running backs that are all in committees. But I mean, who's not nowadays?
True.
Right. That's
True.
right.
A lot of Jacksonville players, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, big guy. Get in there. Get in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey, I went, like I said, wide receiver like with Chase. We'll see how it goes. I think he's gonna perform well.
Okay.
I went Pat Mahomes because I just was.
You better put MVP in front of Pat Mahomes' name, all right?
MVP Pat Mahomes. I will say
there
that.
we go.
He always gives you points, and I mean, he always, kind of early for a quarterback. From what I like doing, but I'll take Patty. I'll take him over Allen. Keenan Allen, which he's Herbert's gonna feed him. I mean, then you got the blue tent boy, Carlson, which he's a blue tent boy. Some he's in the blue tent too. I'm not taking nothing from him. Hopkins, he's not gonna have quarterback for a little bit, but I mean, I'll take him. But I mean, he's a little, like 7 say long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? Dobbins, I think it's gonna be a resurgence for Dobbins. So we'll see how it goes. And Connor. He's always a question mark, but it was kind of, getting low on running backs. So, I mean, I like Pacheco, your pick, but I went ahead and went with Connor. Juju, I mean, I think he probably would be the number one to me. I mean, with Myers leaving, going to Oakland. So I feel like he'll be, their top wide receiver. And I like Evan Ingram in Jacksonville. I really do. I like him in Jacksonville. I think he's a steal player, and Robinson. I mean, the Redskins, they got some runners, but everything is committee now. So
Yeah.
This draft was kind of like for me, it was just like I don't know, just trying to experiment with just getting a lot of wide receivers first, and it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, I don't think, but it wasn't the best. But,
I mean, Dobbins
it's
and Connor.
the first one,
Right.
and the ADP isn't set up yet anywhere where it should be. And I think you talking about Evan Ingram, he gets drafted in the 5th round come July, August.
Oh yes, I think so. So. When I saw him there, I was very happy. So all in all, it's pretty good.
We're not pressed for time, but I know you guys have prior engagements.
Mm-hmm. Let's get to. We can skip my team. It sucks anyways.
Your team, bro. Your
team is the best.
Put some respect in your squad, like for real. For real, bro.
Your team is the best, Ben. No lie.
For real, Ben. Your team is the best.
You guys are making me blush. I'm gonna have to go use the powder room after this.
My game up.
No, let's go. Barkley, Harris. What a 1-2 punch. You got a top 3 quarterback in Hurts. You got a top, if he's healthy, you got a top 3 tight end in Kittle.
Yes.
Mike Evans, Ridley. I'm not mad. Solid, strong wide receiver 2s. Pickens, Flowers, young prospects, and you got Singletary, who, I mean, something happens to Pierce, he's the guy. I like it for 9 rounds. I think this is the best team. At least on paper,
It is. A Singletary in the last pick. My goodness. Man, you can't do us up like golly. Just make us
right,
bad, brother.
Hey, I'm not mad at this next team, though. Henry, Jacobs, Pollard. Then you add in Burrow as the QB. London and Cooper. Maybe that's where the weakness is, but it's still not horrible. Kamara, Burks, Cole Kmet as the tight end. I don't really love that one, but I'm not mad at the squad. That first 3 picks, I mean, how do you play against that?
I mean, you hope that someone gets injured.
Right. Right.
His team is
Kyle-
fantastic unless he's in a 1 point PPR league. Then unfortunately, he still loses by 10.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Kyle went
and
Kelsey, Lamb, Stevenson, Olave, Judy, Pierce, Prescott, Cook, and my brother's name, who I can never pronounce, for the
Njoku.
Njoku for Cleveland.
No bad.
I think the Njoku pick may have been a troll because we always make fun of him and Corey about picking 2 quarterbacks. But
Right.
if it's not, I respect it anyways. Stevenson, dub. Pierce, I'm good. James Cook, I don't know yet. The fact is that I think, upper hand and state of mind, they make some good points about low target or low draft capital running backs, and they may boom in year 1, but years later they could just like fall off super quick. So that's my gripe against Dameon Pierce. James Cook was drafted in the 3rd round, but I think that's a really strong wide receiver core, like CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, Jerry Jeudy is the favorite, as we all can see in Denver for now. Like, we don't know if they'll even pass the ball more than 3 times because Sean Payton is just getting every run blocker that they can and just building it up. So I like the team. I think they just need maybe in the later rounds drafting some potentially better running backs.
Respectable. 7 o'clock. I went Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews, DK, Miles Sanders, Cam Akers. Kyler Murray was an auto draft. AJ Dillon and then Penny.
Auto draft, huh?
No, I mean, I don't think he's going to start the season, so I wouldn't have touched him.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to go Pollard or Stevens, and they both got sniped in front of me. So that's when I just opted into 0 RB strategy, and I took Andrews, and I knew I was going to take the best receiver available in the 4th.
I mean, you have the best team. That Cam Akers and Miles Sanders in the 5th and 6th round, like those are your starting running backs with Tyreek, Adams, the second best tight end in the league, and DK Metcalf. Like,
hey, it would be between you and Seven. Honestly, Seven, you got a tough squad. I didn't even pay attention, but I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to make up for the running back deficiencies by adding Dillon and Penny. So I'm not mad at it. I think it's a playoff squad, but I think Ben hit a bullseye. Maybe I hit the bullseye, but the outer I got the 25 and he got the 50 bullseye.
Right. I mean, honestly, but like with Dak, with Dak being gone, Kyler Murray was autoed. You probably would have picked like Rodgers or Watson or even Tua maybe.
I was looking for Tua to stack him with Hill.
Oh yeah, so then that we would be with the luck of fantasy football, we'd probably play in like the
first week.
Not the first week, but like in what's it called, the semifinals, and then neither of us would win the championship.
Hey, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm telling you, whoever squeaked in, hey, you better write it down. They're gonna win it all.
Yeah,
believe it.
Last but certainly not least, the winner of the Spades Conference in the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference. Did she win? She didn't win the Queen's Ransom.
No, she didn't. I don't think so. She won the Friends League that I put on too.
There you go. I knew she had 2 ships, if not 3. Amber, man, she's a beast, and I noticed that she likes drafting at the end. So I'm gonna try to do my best to not let her draft at the end. If any league.
She jumps at the end.
I'm taking notes. She went Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown. I don't know where he was ranked. I thought I would have preferred Lamb or Adams over him, but I'm not mad at the pick. Kenneth Walker, stud if he's healthy and the rookie's not getting any burn. Lamar Jackson just got breaded. I'm not mad at that. Chris Godwin, I thought was a really good value because he's healthy. Was that Christian Watson? Khalil Herbert, that was a home pick, but that was a good value because it's just him and Foreman. Got Schultz with a new location and Madison.
Yeah, and rookie quarterbacks. So rookie quarterbacks love their tight ends, their biggest weapons. And here she is, Lady Shot Caller. I'm here on Safe Space to complain about the first mock draft I just did 7 minutes ago.
So
she did
we want to send a special shout out to everyone who participated in the mock.
Thank you.
yes, much love.
Yeah. You guys have anything to add?
Again, thank everybody for coming out. We truly appreciate it. Hey, it's for being a 15-minute draft, that was some solid information. Hopefully you can take, hopefully you can take from this, build forward, going forward on your fantasy drafts. And excuse us, this is our either first or second draft of the season. We'll definitely zero in as we get closer and further into this off season. But let it be known we coming for that crown.
No doubt about it. Hey, much love as always. I'm drafting, so I'm not trying to be rude, but I try to stay in. You know what I'm saying? I'm a team player, but you know what I'm saying. It was good. Ben and 7 showed their dominance. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, I pay homage. Hey, but hey, the next one, I'm in there. I'm gonna be in there. A little bit better picks at the end.
Yes,
I love it, man. We're about 7 minutes over. Listen to this in your commute, man. This is a Fantasy Shot Callers, fantasy football for the culture. Fantasy is life. I'm 7 o'clock. You gentlemen, introduce yourselves and let's get out of here.
All right, hey, Big E, fantasy football, big guy. Much love, man. Hey, stay up, and I appreciate y'all, fellas.
Yes, sir. Brother Fox, the biggest Chief fan in the world, baby. Back, you know what I'm saying? We about to make this back-to-back championships.
Hey, you're not robbing people to go to dinner with Patrick Mahomes. You might be number 2.
Okay, I'll give it to Chiefsaholic. When you rob a bank to go to a playoff game, hey, you something else.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And you know who it is. And you know who it is. Chef Dunna in the house, number 1 stunner. Y'all know what it is. Fantasy is life. You know it's a vibe. So if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe because we all know you don't mind. And I'll let 7 take us out.
Hey, take care, everyone. See you guys next week. Peace.
Go Chiefs.
JETS.